when I saw the bacteria, this was not compatible. Oh, it's called compatibility. You got what's that? The state
엄마,
D of the lymphocyte.
보내이제.
CD4 or CD8?
마,
And CD4 or CD8
엄마,
also have the CD3 ID. This is the
엄마,
first signal. The second signal is
마.
CD8086 from the antigen presenting cell with CD28 from the T. Everything here is 8. 80, 86, 28. They will interact together. Here is signal number 1, and here is signal number 2. That's why we call this signal and co-signal or co-stimulation. CD8086 has another name, Q7 protein. Why Q7? The way I remember it,
마, 엄마.
Hello. Oh,
Hello guys, hello, hello.
the antigen
की खबर
presenting cell
guys?
could be
How are
epithelial
you?
lymphocyte.
क्या हाल चाल?
Remember, 7, 8, 80, 86. What is acquired immunodeficiency
Hello, hello,
syndrome?
hello.
It's a syndrome which means more than one symptom.
Hello guys, welcome to the chat. Hello, hello. Hi, hi, CDV, CHS. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the vlog, guys. Hello, hello guys, hello. की खबर guys? Hello, hello. Hello, trendy trice. 3 votes. 2 people are from Assam, 2 people are not from Assam. Which are from Assam and which are from not from Assam. Nivisil Mother Goose said hi. Hola, amigo. Okomo Bazuno Gomen Grok. Hola, amigo. Hola, amigo. Guys, tell me what should I do? 5 votes. 3 people are from Assam, 2 people are not from Assam. Huh? Guys, I don't know what to post, man. I don't know. Just more. Jadi kuana kau hari mau kau jadi lagi nunggu mau aku mau kalinca. Cuma que bisa kini cuma que I have a nice idea, man. I have a nice idea. Let me execute it. Let me execute it. Let me execute it.
ये एक टर्म प्लान का ऐड है, पर इसे स्किप मत करना, क्योंकि अगले 30 सेकंड्स में तुम अपनी फैमिली को
Cells are the smallest living unit of all organisms. In them, mitochondria provide energy in the form of adenosine triphosphate ATP. This enables the numerous organelles of the cell, such as the Golgi apparatus, to do their work. The endoplasmic reticulum is located around the cell nucleus, and in the cell nucleus we find the chromosomes. Humans have 46 of them, a dog has 78, and a chimpanzee has 48. A chromosome is essentially a continuous strand made up of DNA and nuclear proteins.
More.
Nuclear proteins are also known as histones. DNA, also known as DNS in German, is wrapped around these histones. DNA carries the hereditary information of a cell. The coding is done by the individual base pairs and their arrangement. This coding turns a shark into a shark and an eagle into an eagle. In the human uterus of the mother, a new human being is formed from a single cell, according to a series of cell blueprints stored in the DNA. The DNA determines when, how, and where the cell divides. Liver cells, heart cells, muscle cells. All cells are assigned very specific tasks in this network. What one cell cannot do, another takes over somewhere else. And when the new organism is ready to be born, a host of cells work to bring it into our world. At this point, the infant's organism consists of approximately 1 trillion tiny living organisms, i.e. 1 trillion cells, which continue to divide and thus lead to the growth of the organism. After all, the adult human being consists of an estimated 30 trillion cells. Countless cells for the skin, muscles, bones, blood vessels, nerves, lymph, and organs develop from a single cell. Even the simple act of walking requires the complex interaction of all cells. For example, all muscle cells of the skeletal muscles have to be controlled by nerve cells. The heart cells pump oxygen and other nutrients to all cells of the body via blood vessel cells. The transport of oxygen is carried out by so-called erythrocytes, which are also known as red blood cells. They release oxygen to other cells as needed. Let's now look at the role that nutrition plays. The formation of red blood cells takes place within our bones in the bone marrow. The bone marrow is composed, among other things, of stem cells, which ultimately mature into red blood cells within about 8 days with the help of iron, vitamin B12, folate, and many other substances. M.
What's the Russian alternative of YouTube?
Red blood cells consist largely of hemoglobin. The hems in hemoglobin have an iron ion as their central anatomy. This iron ion can absorb an oxygen molecule and release it again when needed. If our diet lacks iron, microcytic anemia can occur. As a result, only insufficient oxygen can be transported to the remaining cells of the body. In microcytic anemia, the red blood cells are smaller and have less hemoglobin. However, if folate or folate acid is missing, larger, immature blood cells are formed, which are also less able to absorb and therefore release oxygen. Similarly, the different cell types in the human body require the same but also very different nutrients for their work. Folate or folate, vitamin C, biotin, calcium, and iron are just a few of them. आपके लिए अगले 4 घंटे में AI is ready और मैं आपको दूंगा 110% money back guarantee. Hello everyone, मेरा नाम गogoi है और किस इंडस्ट्री में बिना किसी कनेक्शन के I believe to generate inquiry from multi-billion dollar brands. लेकिन भी आप Mr. Sriram Finance, Birla Open and more. देखो. The cells in our body use these nutrients or atomic compounds to synthesize completely new substances, such as insulin or stomach acid. This conversion, synthesis, and breakdown is commonly referred to as metabolism.
Metabolism.
In order for all cells to be able to perform their function, they must therefore be constantly supplied with certain substances. And these substances are found in large quantities in plants on our planet, such as dandelions. Dandelions flood the body with substances that help the stomach cells produce gastric juice. The liver cells use the ingredients in dandelions to produce bile in the right mixture and thin liquid. Dandelions can therefore make a major contribution to digestion. The kidneys also benefit from dandelions, e.g. to prevent kidney stones. We supply our body cells with important nutrients through the mouth, among other things. These supplied nutrients are metabolized or used up by our cells. If no further nutrients are supplied, a problem arises that we refer to as a disease in our culture. A severe vitamin C deficiency is called scurvy. Doctors refer to an extreme iron deficiency as anemia. A magnesium deficiency is called hypomagnesemia. Not only dandelions, but also many other plants contain a lot of vitamin C, iron, and magnesium. For this reason, green smoothies are very popular today, as they can supply our cells with many important nutrients. Folate. Hence the name folate from folate wheat. Folic acid is the artificially produced form. The green plant pigment chlorophyll is also found here. Its structure is remarkably similar to that of hemoglobin, which makes up a large part of our blood. Where magnesium is found in chlorophyll, iron is found in hemoglobin. Studies on chlorophyll show positive effects on pure skin and acne. Chlorophyll is also said to have astonishing effects on various types of cancer. It is therefore almost always the right step to take to use green leaves as a source of nutrients, just as our closest relatives still do today, and just as we did a long time ago. However, caution is sometimes advised. Medications such as blood thinners can lead to undesirable effects due to the high vitamin K content in chlorophyll. And there are also some plants that can be life-threatening if consumed. Take.
We're gonna be late, Daniel.
In this animation, we will get to know the human immune system in breathtaking images
Breathtaking images,
and
huh?
learn how macrophages and other cells and mechanisms protect our organism from death every day. Our skin, like the bark of a tree, provides valuable protection. However, countless microorganisms also thrive on the skin. They and our cells are nourished and protected by an oily fluid called sebum, among other things. Talc also contains antimicrobial elements that can microbes. One type of microbe on the skin. Talc is combined in such a way that these excess microbes are killed. This creates a harmonious coexistence between skin cells and microbes, a kind of symbiosis. The individual microbes also maintain a balance with each other and also kill pathogens that could be dangerous to our cells. The protective layer of the internal hollow organs, such as the nose, mouth, and trachea, is called the mucous membrane. The mucous membranes have cilia. Cilia, also known as cilia, move back and forth in a wave-like manner. This allows you to move the mucus, to which foreign substances are added upwards into the oral
Urinary system generally considered to consist of 6 organs: bladder, the urethra, 2 kidneys, and the
This is
ureters.
done by inhaling, followed by sudden
Because the
exhalation,
right lobe
so
of the
that
liver
foreign
takes up
substances
space,
are removed from
the
the
right
lungs and
kidney is
trachea.
located lower than the left. Each kidney is approximately 10
The
centimeters
bone
long,
marrow contains
weighs
stem
around
cells.
150 grams.
This is
What's
the
it, man?
birthplace of different
Kidneys are
immune
supplied
cells,
with blood
which we also
via
call
the aorta.
leukocytes.
Because one of the kidney's functions is to
Stem
remove
cells
toxins
divide
from the blood,
asymmetrically or
they receive a
symmetrically and
large
form
portion
daughter
of the blood
cells.
flow. More than 1 liter of blood
In
flows through
symmetrical
kidneys
division,
every minute,
either two stem
making them
cells
among
or
the
two
most
precursor
highly
cells are
perfused
created,
organs.
as can be seen here.
Each kidney contains several renal pyramids, whose papillae open into
The
the cavity
precursor
of the
cells
renal
rise
vessels.
repeatedly.
Urine produced flows from the papillae of the renal medulla
In this
toward
way,
the urine.
a single stem cell
We'll take
becomes
a closer
many
look at
immune
this in a
cells or
moment.
leukocytes.
Between the renal medulla and the renal capsule,
A
each
common
kidney
immune
has a
cell is the
cortex.
neutrophil granulocyte.
Together with the renal medulla,
Some of
this
these
renal
remain in the
cortex
bone marrow as a
forms a
reserve.
unit known as the
Others
renal
make their way
parenchyma.
into the bloodstream.
The renal cortex contains approximately 1 million renal corpuscles, which we will examine in more detail.
Our neutrophil granulocyte
The renal
belongs to the
corpuscle
so-called
consists of a
immune
capsule
defense and
called
traverses the blood
Goldman's
vessels.
capsule. This capsule has an
During
outer and an inner
inflammatory
layer of
processes,
cells.
the endothelial
Beneath
cells
the
of
inner
the
layer
blood
of cells
vessels produce
is a
special
network of
receptors.
capillaries with
This
small
initially
pores
results
called
in weak
the
adhesion,
glomerulus.
then strong binding, and
Blood
finally
flows
the
in through a
granulocyte
thick blood
migrates
vessel,
through the
but flows out through
endothelium.
a thin one.
This process is
This
called
structure creates high
dialysis.
pressure within the glomerulus, forcing small particles, molecules, and waste products into the capsular space.
Other
Large
neutrophils have already
molecules,
cleared the
cells,
path
and
to
proteins,
connective
on the
tissue.
other hand,
Our
are
neutrophil
retained.
only has to follow the cytokines, ID signaling processes from other cells. A bank of chemotaxis is called
The finest filter is formed by the flip processes of the so-called podocytes. The flip processes of two adjacent podocytes form a zipper-like interlocking structure.
There are
Only
bacteria
molecules of very small size can pass through this slit diaphragm.
toxins and thus harm the
Below
other
the
cells of the
podocytes,
organism.
another filter layer can be found,
The task of
known
the
as the
neutrophil
glomerular
phagocyte is to
basement
eat the
membrane.
bacteria.
It also allows only smaller
This
particles
eating
to
is called
pass through,
phagocytosis.
but prevents the passage of negatively charged substances.
Some of the neutrophil
Because it is
granulocytes
itself
certain
negatively charged,
which,
and
for
thus
example,
repels these
attract other
substances.
granulocytes.
The innermost filter layer is the fenestrated capillary system. It consists of endothelial cells and has the coarsest structure. A red corpuscle together with a real tubule forms blood flows through the glomerulus and is filtered there, as we have just seen. The filtered substances move from the capsular space